Hello, it's Ed from East West Bushcraft, and we're out here today in the woods, and I thought I'd bring you along. We're going to be testing my hammock, cooking some food and doing a bit of carving, so I hope you enjoy. Look at these nays. You've gone and built a bushcraft shelter, haven't you? I love it. Very nice. Hope it keeps you nice and safe. So today I'm out in the woods and I've got my Fjord Raven Singy 48 pack on again. Still loving this thing. So comfortable. It's wearing in as well, so I'm kind of getting used to it as well. It's quite weighty today. Got a cast iron frying pan in there. Got my hammock. I do have my tarp, although it's not set to rain. It has been very foggy this morning, but that has gone now. So the weather's cleared up. So we should just be able to set up the hammock, use it as a nice little seat, and enjoy the woods. Hopefully do a bit of carving. So let's see what we can find on the way and find us a spot. You can see all the bike and quad bike wheel tyres, and people are doing some donuts here. These woods are really popular for people recreationally riding their bikes through. There's nothing here. There's no like hills or ramps or anything like that. It's just lots of straight woodland paths, so they like to use it. And obviously you've got the old people around here who like to put the logs in the way, so there's that battle always going on. It's quite fun. You'd have to excuse the noisy birds. They appear to be having an argument across the way there, but what I found here is some woodland management going on by the local authorities, and they seem to have cut down a lot of the silver birch around here. And what I'm thinking is there might be a nice piece here that I could use to carve, so I'll have a little look around, get a nice size. There's quite a lot of options. I've got my saw on me. See, now I don't think any of this is dead. It's dying now, but yeah, I think a lot of this would be green wood and good to carve. So, but yeah. See, I've cut myself a piece of birch, as you can see. Now I'm going to carry this. It's quite weighty, nice and green. What I am thinking is carving a cutting board, because I don't have a cutting board, and there's a nice wide bit on there that I could hopefully attempt to split off. So I've got my axe on me today, but yeah, let's get somewhere and set up the hammock. Just over there is where I did the silver birch video. The woodland seems very quiet today. I don't want to jinx it, but on the way up I saw like 4 dog walkers leaving the woods. So hopefully that's the majority of them done now for the day. But yeah, it's very quiet. No forestry commission, no people. Imagine someone's behind me. And yeah, feels like I've got it to myself today. So much plane activity today. There's a little airstrip just south of here. Apologies for the noise, it's aeroplanes mainly and argumentative birds. Plenty of moss growing on the sides of the trees. This oak tree. Been walking around for a while now. This is a proper bicep workout, this log is. I don't know how much it weighs, but holding it for half an hour straight is quite hard. Some ivy on that tree. Just released an ivy video. You can see all the deer trails around here. Those little dark patches, those lines. You can see that. Deer. There they are. Oh, little ones as well. They look like a little muckjack. This guy's staring at me now. Looks like we've disturbed the deer. I was following their trail, so was to be expected. Probably didn't hear me sneaking up on them because of the planes. There's genuinely quite a lot of planes right now. And do is find a place around here and we'll set up the hammock around here. I like this spot a lot. So what I can do is go in between these two ash trees, or this one and this one. It's quite nice and clear. And the deer are over there, so I might see them a bit more. Yeah, between these ash trees should be wicked. What I wanted to test today was my hammock. So I've used a hammock before. There's a video out already of me using it for the first time. So this will technically be the second time I'm using it. But what I've done is I posted on some forums like Bushcraft UK, like suggestions on how to improve it and stuff like this. And but one of the modifications I've done is this came with like lots of straps, lots and lots of straps, and I've cut them off but left the bits on. Now, what's different about mine? So this is what I was recommended to do. It's a little loop with a little fisherman's knot, and that should be enough. And that'll go rock solid, and that should be enough. And then I've got some slings to go around the tree. I bought some slings. I already had some slings. The slings I had before, the ones I made them years ago. However, I didn't know how compact and neat proper set of slings are. So I've gone and bought them. They fit in there. As you can see, that's two sets there, and I've got two carabiners that work with it. Now this is a common set, it's all over Amazon. If you're interested, if I get to it, I'll put a link in the description below for these slings, so you can inspect them and have a look at them. But these slings, they're much bigger and longer than my previous ones, so they take up less space and they're longer. The construction of my other ones, I just didn't do it right. I've actually saved a lot of space by taking them out and putting that in. I couldn't put my other slings in this bag with all the other stuff. Another plane. And the fact that I can now put this in here, hopefully this sounds and feels like a really good upgrade. Just a simple little tweak to my kit. So yeah, if you've got any more suggestions for DD hammock improvements and stuff like that, or any little hacks and stuff, I'm open to ideas, so feel free to say it. As I say, I've used this once, and the last time I went hammock camping was with a different hammock, and honestly about 10 years ago I gave up on the idea, and it's literally only this year I decided to go, I'm going to give it another go. So I've been a ground dweller ever since. I will simply just wrap it around the tree. That's like it. Now all I do is I'm going to hook that on, and then I can hook it onto the loops in here, and they're adjustable. Now one other modification I've done is on my previous hammock, which I liked, I actually had this on there. It's like a little steel hoop, so should I ever lose a carabiner, I've got that. I know you could say use either or, but what I'm finding is this could be really useful for hanging my bag off. There's one on the other side as well, so I can actually hang kit off it as well. So I've just kind of got two options on it now, but we'll do the carabiner so I can show you how that just sits there should I need it. That's that one. We've got the other side. You can just simply have you join me as I get in? Here we go. Right, yeah, I'm sitting on the bug net, but it's got plenty of slack in it, so I feel like it's fine. I don't know how to remove the bug net, if it's possible. Might have to be one of those, or maybe you could have to do it upside down. So technically it doesn't matter which way it is, it's the same material. So I could do it upside down if I didn't want the bug net, but yeah. Or could it be turned inside out? I don't know. Any suggestions, let me know. As you can see, it's all sewn in, other than the two big zips on the outside, but I feel like this is quite okay right now. It's quite comfortable. Daytime woodlands and hammock for a day out. Listening to the wildlife and the planes going over. another one. They're clearly doing loops, and there's probably a few of them out already, but the planes are going overhead probably like almost once every 5 minutes, so it's fun. It's interesting to look at, I suppose. Positivity. Another one. Pass. Maybe we should look into getting a fire going, cutting some wood, and I can cook some breakfast. Quickly show that hook in use in the end. They're on both ends. There it is. Look at that. Perfect. And I've got enough on the other side, so I can hang plenty of gear on it. And yeah, happy with that. Right, let's go get some firewood. Lovely bits of fat wood on there. Collect a bunch of them up. So I had a thought. This feels fairly dry in the centre, not so much on the outside, but there's plenty of pine around here, and I think I can make one of those Swedish candles. We can cook our food on that, so maybe let's give that a try. I thought I'd leave this spike on, so at least one of them I can peg in the ground. If it doesn't work, we'll just lay it out and turn it into a normal fire. Got the axe, now let's go split that log into quarters. Spike here, it's going to be a little bit problematic, but we can get around it. Just got to be careful. So a little bit wonky, but not quite what we wanted, but let's see if we can do it with that. Okay, so that split didn't quite go to plan, but we'll still use it. It's I've split it into 5. I wanted quarters, but it wasn't playing ball today, and my aim was off, so it is what it is. We can still use it, and I'm now looking for some dead birch. The reason I'm looking for dead birch, I know I've got a bit of birch behind me that I cut down earlier to do some carving with, but that is on there quite tight, the bark, so I want some dead stuff where I can kind of get it a bit easier, and I need more of it. And what I've gone and found here is a lovely big piece of dead birch with tons of birch polypore on it. So I'm going to do a video on birch polypore soon, so make sure you subscribe so I can show you what I do with that. But yeah, let's gather some birch bark. So I've collected a nice bunch of birch bark now. There's quite a bit in there. Got big sheets in there. I can strip that down. I also can get some more. It's quite easy to grab. Now I would like some fine twigs. Other than dry sticks, I need to get myself like a withy. So when I put this this log on the ground, I need to kind of tie it together so it doesn't fall apart. Did that work? Did that work? Get another one just in case. Just going to prepare down some of this fat wood. So that can go on the ground. Now I've got pieces of fat wood that I kind of want to use to somewhat pry open. Let's create the airflow. That is a crazy looking Swedish torch setup. Pack it with some birch bark. Probably overpacked now, but it's been a fun experiment. As I say, if I can't get it going, I'll push it out to the floor and turn it into a regular fire, and we'll get some grub on the go. So what I've noticed is I did pack it too tight, and where I've used a lot of birch bark, it creates a lot of like black ash charcoal of itself. Like, you know, when you burn paper and leave sheets of it, it's left quite a lot in there, and it was kind of suffocating itself. So I've poked around and I've put some sticks on the outside and wedged it open a bit more, and it's working perfectly now. I think the wood is beginning to ignite now because I can see it charring and stuff there. So what I'll do is I'll start preparing some breakfast. Lunch. Some more birch bark's ignited while it's in there. But you don't want that raging flames. Let's calm down a bit. It's very good though, isn't it? Do you know what? Let's just do it. Got the glove on to help me pick up the cast iron when it gets too hot. It's not that hot yet. Getting there though. Oh no, sausage blowout. Great thing about cast iron, that's getting too hot, this will retain some heat, so I can just bring it over here for a bit, just so I can still cook and maintain some decent heat and have the not get too hot. Solid this, so good. The withy's holding up, that was obviously green. Yeah, burning brilliantly. Got the ketchup somewhere. I've lost my ketchup. Just had it. 2 sachets. Where have they gone? My ketchup mad. Where is it? Well, I've lost the ketchup packet, so 2 sachets. So I'm going to have to eat this without it. Never mind, bacon's bacon. That is looking good. It's only little. That's the bag off the floor on the hook. Now I'm enjoying myself a bacon sausage baguette, and I'll catch you guys in a bit. With our log. So one thing about doing is making myself a cutting board. As you can see, I've split it fairly decent. It's just got this weird growth bit here, and there's a knot there that goes through to the other side. I didn't see that on the log originally, so that's fine. But what I need to do is try and get as flat as possible. So I'll put this bit down and try and get a square out of it. See, that's come along nicely, flattening out a bit, a few lumps and curves in it that I can sort out. I'll finish up in a minute. I've taken the sides off as well. It's now becoming quite a nice blank. So I'll have a bit of that. Still quite thick. I've got quite a bit of knife work to do. And do you know what? I may even take it home and plane it down, so I might just rough out the worst of it here. So that being said, I'll do the cutting the shape as well. So I've got myself a Woodland pencil, a bit of charcoal from the fire, and well, there's the crack, goes there. Now I want to cut off about that much, and I want the ball to be somewhere there, and then cut off about that much with the ball there, and then to there, something like that. Quite the gap. There's it there. Let's try and bosh. There we go. One side. There's it there. There's it there. Bosh. That. Yes, I'm quite happy with that. A little bit wonky, isn't it? Can lower that shoulder down a bit, and what I'll do is I'll round them off a little bit as well, as it hides a few imperfections. But yeah, that's a blank. Could probably make it less fat, a little bit skinnier, even in its width, thickness I mean. Yeah, so what I'll do is I'll just have a little hang out in a hammock with my knife and whittle some of this down a little bit. Yeah, that fire's burnt out, so I can get rid of that. The withy's held up, look at that. Even for all of that, the withy's still there. It's my little Christmas wreath. Should get some things for it, turn it into a wreath. I mean, that's the first wreath I've ever made, and yeah, I'm gonna keep adding a few bits in there to make it look a bit better. It won't be good, but we'll hang it up since it's Christmas, you know. Lovely. I know it looks quite crude at the moment, but yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep working down the edges. I'm like chamfering them. For those who are wondering whether a Nessmuk knife is good for whittling, the only reason I'm using the other one is because I like using different tools sometimes, but this is brilliant for whistling. What I like about the Nessmuk knife is I want to do fine detail work. I can grab it like this. There's a lot of meat to that blade there, and it's still quite spear point. And I can get into places. I can hold like that. Look, it's convex grind, so you got to get used to that. But yeah, I can whistle with it. Just the thinner blade stuff cuts naturally better. I'm a state with shavings all over me, so I'm going to leave it at that for now. I've got the edges chamfered, and it's quite weighty, but it's green as well, and it's not quite perfectly flat. I'm going to take that home and plane it flat. As I say, if I was camping tonight, I could whittle that down to the best as I could, flatter, even like make a draw knife with my knife, things like that. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to take this home and finish it home. It's a good little project, to be honest. So I put it in my bag, and yeah, well, little reflex on the hammock. I'm super happy about that with the old. Look at that. That's some work. That's the fisherman's knot. The carabiner onto the slings. Obviously this one could be a bit smaller. The other one is smaller, and that's a hoop, which I've obviously got the wreath on. Look at that. Love it. Christmas, eh? Here's the other one. It's obviously dropped down quite a bit at the moment because the bag's on it. That's a smaller hoop. I've also got a double fisherman's knot on there, so I was actually testing something to see what knot might be better, but they both seem to be quite good at it, so I'll leave it at that. Yeah, so I'm going to get off now. I'm going to pack this away. You get to watch me pack it away. So thank you for watching, and please like and subscribe. I really appreciate the support, and I'll catch you on the next one. And Merry Christmas.